What's going on, boys and girls? Today we're out dead baiting. We're dead baiting Ratadare Lakes in Laois, Ballybritis. I said I'd give it a shot today, as I seen on Facebook that they only recently cleaned it out, and it is 100 times better than what it used to be, and I mean 100 times better. There's a lovely patch of weed right in front of me now, which I'm going to fish. I'm going to throw a smelt out there soon enough while I'm setting up my carp rod. Well, not my carp rod. It is a carp rod, but I'm using it for dead bait. I'm going to just throw out my float rod right beside that, hopefully, with a smelt on. And I'm going to hope for the best. On the carp rod, I'm going to throw a trout out, I think. There's no trout in this lake, but I'm just going for a more, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Going for a more like plain fish. It's not an oily fish, a trout. So I have my smelt out there, very oily fish, it'll send off a lot of oils in the water. And then I have my trout that's going to be just kind of for looks more than anything else. If a pike sees it, he'll go over and eat it. But if this spot here doesn't produce in about an hour, I'm going to rotate around to the other side of the lake where there's actually a bigger weed bed that they've left, and I'm going to fish the two rods beside that weed bed as well and hope for the best, obviously. There's a tiny bit of wind. It's slightly sunny out, but not too sunny, not to dead bait. But yeah, I'm going to just set up the carp rod now, trying to smelt onto my float rod, try to float straight away out, and really just hope for the best. I'm hoping for at least one pike today. The last few videos I haven't been uploading because I've been doing videos catching no fish, and I know that it's very boring to watch a whole video and there's not one fish in it, so I don't think there's a point of uploading them. But if you want to see them still, I'll upload them. Literally was out fishing there, was it 2 days ago, and out fishing, lure fishing, caught nothing, but I missed a few pike. On my Instagram you'll see my McBeast lure got hit by a jack pike and it's all ripped along the side of it. But yeah, I'm just gonna rig up here now and hope for the best. Stay tuned anyway, and I'll be back to you in no time, hopefully. So my dead baits are actually finally out there. I have a trout to the left of the island, as you can see the float there, and I have a smelt right there, as you can see the little yellow top. I have the trout kind of rigged with red rubber bands on it, so if a pike's swimming by, he'll see it and he'll investigate. I think it might be maybe it might be blood or that. Hopefully take a strike. I have the red fins on it that you get from Quantum, the Mr. Pike fins. They're for the kebab rigs, but I think they're good for the normal rigs as well. Give them a strike area. On the smelt, as it's a silver fish with a more with the smell and the oil, I'm using the white bands on it just so they're not as finicky around it. I have just one white band wrapped around the middle of it, and I think that'll do the job with that. I don't know what the weed is like around that island, so we're kind of just hoping and for the best now. I had the smelt on my 9-foot. It's actually a salmon rod, quicksilver rod, Shakespeare reel on it with 30-pound braid. That's fitted with a Essox 20-gram float. On that is a little bead. There is a 12-gram weight, egg weight, and there is just a swivel so I can quickly change rigs if I need to. On my... Sorry, I thought that my trout one was going down there for a second. No, it must be just me going loony. On my trout, on the one that I've set up with trout is I forget the name of the float company, but it's basically a loaded float. So there's a weight on the bottom of it, so it cocks itself. You don't have to put weight on the line. And then I have the trout. Then I have that on the line. Float stops, obviously. That on the line, and then we have a quick change swivel again, and a trace. Traces on both rods are made by Lida. I can show you actually the trace here. They're these traces here. As you can see, this one doesn't have the fins on it. This one has one of the fins on it. I have a spear trace here in case I'm not getting on anything. I'll wobble dead baits with my spear trace. And then I have just a single hook trace for my kebab rigs. I find that the kebab rigs work well, but I'm gonna keep off using them for a little bit, as this water is a silt bottom lake, so I have to put a weight on, and the weight usually sinks the line very quickly, as they usually do. They sink into the silt, and it can be a pain to get a strike then. Usually a pike will go for it, and then he'll feel the tension on it and stop completely. But yeah, hopefully now I have a pike on the bank soon enough. I have me, as you can see, my agility Shakespeare net, and then I also have my landing mat there. So either way, I should be, if I do catch a pike, it's going to be safe. I'll wet my landing mat obviously before putting the pike onto it, and just, yeah, I'm just really hoping for a pike now. But at the same time, I'm not expecting anything big. As the lake's been just cleaned, the pike are kind of don't know what to do with themselves. So hopefully I catch one, but I'll understand if I don't catch one at the same time. But yeah, I'll log back in hopefully if I do have a fish, or if I'll log back in about an hour's time anyway. In an hour's time I'm going to move to that weed bed over there. If I don't catch anything here, just change it up a slight bit. I think that's needed at times. But yeah, log back in an hour's time, or if I have a fish soon enough. Yeah, thanks. I don't know where the hooks are, so you have to be careful, as they could be directly at the top of the mouth, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, I see two of the hooks. She's still very feisty. Oh. She's actually won't open her mouth for me, which is making my job 10 times harder. When they're very feisty like that, put them in between your legs, like I'm doing now, and then they can't kick. Dead bait is over mouth, as you can see. Still have my dead bait. You want to move the hooks out of the way with your rod. Don't want them in your hand. Move my net. As you can see, there's blood coming out of her gills. That is where she trashed and let my scourger was in her mouth. It hit off her slightly, but I just put her back in the water for a minute and let her rest while, oh, she's trying to kill it. She's actually trying to swim away. Yeah, she's already trying to swim away, so you can probably hear her. Right, this definitely need to get away on her. Okay, where's my way back? First time using the weigh bag as well. I actually only brought my small one, which is unfortunate. But what an absolute lump. Oh my god, and the belly on her. I feel bad for putting such a good fish inside this way back. So it's zeroed now. It is 13 pound, 13.1, which is a great fish. That is a beaut. Take her out and take some more pictures. And one thing I want to show you before I let her go is why you have to be so careful while handling pike. It's because of them razor sharp teeth. This is a beautiful fish. I am so happy right now that it came out today. Yeah. With this monster that I'm after getting. I'll put her back in the net to rest until I let her go. Oh, yeah, that is unbelievable. Literally threw my smelt out, boom, straight away. Thanks very much for watching. So, not even 2 minutes later, exact same spot and the exact same smelt. I have another one. This one is smaller, however. This one's about 4 pound, 5 pound. That's my celebratory drink. Oh, yeah. Hear that? Water all over the place. Going absolutely ballistic. Just barely in his jug off. Going absolutely mental. He's after getting the hook caught in the net. That's the beauty of rubberized nets. Get them out very quickly and easily. this fish out the way. Can't see shit. Oh no, I have to get the hook caught my leg. Oh. Now, chill out there for a minute. Don't go absolute. Oh, he's going to be best leg. I'm going to get this broken leg. Perfect. I think they're a breeding pair. I think I caught the hen there, and now I'm after catching the jack to go with her. Just show you real quick. It's a small little jack. Oh, 4 or 5 pound. And away there he goes. Into the net. .52, which is not a bad pike. Again, good fish here. Good fishing today. As you can see, closer to the camera. Not too bad of a fish. Nice little fish. I'll let him go. Off he goes, happy as can be. So I'm off very strong there. Yeah, that's definitely a breeding pair. And they're definitely on the smelt today. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking that trout off and throwing on a smelt or a mackerel. Because maybe if they're on the smelt, they might be on other sea fish. But as long as I have this smelt, it's still getting thrown out. I caught my personal best on the deadbait on my last roach of the day, which was mangled by small little crayfish and pike. Which isn't what you want, but that's life. You don't always get what you want. This trace is getting fierce mangled now. But smelt's still all good. It's always good. They're right in at the banks, is what I'm noticing. Obviously after they cut, there's no weed on the outside, so they're directly in now close to the banks, which is not a bad thing. Leave that one there. See that back out now. Same spot again, because you never know. I doubt it though. I think that's the two pair now. The pair I'm after getting is the pair that was in that corner. But as I said, you never know. Could get lucky now. Could get a smaller jack. They might have already spawned. Well, they probably have already spawned. It's going into winter now, so they shouldn't really be shoaling up together like that. but I don't know, maybe they are. I've never fished the lake properly, so maybe they do show up on the lake. Tell me in the comments anyway. The pike's after this rising there. That's good to see. Yeah, so that trout's coming off, and I'm throwing another smelt on because this fishing on smelt seems to be very good. 2 pike in 5 minutes, which is good going. So that was quite an eventful day. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going home now. Didn't get attacked there all evening in any spot I tried, so they definitely have to have a feeding hour, roughly. But yeah, it's good to know, and I'm happy that I've caught not just 1 today, 2 today, and 1 nice fish. 13, 13.1, and then another 5.2, I think, was it? But yeah, it's 2 good fish. So hopefully my luck has changed, and anywhere I go fishing now I'm going to catch. Imagine. I know. Right now I'm carrying my net like this because the actual lock thing in it, the lock has seized up. So yeah, that's great. So I'll have to try and find a way to put this into the car. But yeah, hopefully I'll get out tomorrow or sometime during the week and catch another few fish. I'm gonna keep giving Rat Adair a shot until it stops producing. And yeah, see you again. Thanks for listening and watching. If you like, just leave a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment about your favourite deadbait. Let's go with your favourite deadbait. Yeah, so see you again.